So Thanksgiving's over, fall is winding down, winter is starting. It's pretty much already started here in Buffalo. It's already snowed here.
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming.
And winter is coming.
Winter is coming.
And the season of all things pumpkin spice is also coming to an end. Before it comes to an end though, I thought we'd do one last pumpkin inspired recipe. We do a low carb, keto friendly, pumpkin spiced chocolate chip muffin recipe. That was a lot to say. Anyways, these muffins, they don't taste low carb at all. They taste just like a normal muffin. Delicious. So that being said, let's get into this one. Let's make these muffins, guys. All right, so in a large bowl, we're gonna add 1 3/4 cup of some almond flour, a 1/4 cup of coconut flour, followed by some granulated erythritol to sweeten the recipe up without adding any additional carbs or calories. And for today's recipe, we're adding 2/3 cup. Next, we're adding a scoop of Isopure's unflavored whey protein powder, as well as a 1/2 tablespoon of baking powder and a 1/2 tablespoon of pumpkin spice. So now we're just gonna mix our dry ingredients until they're well combined, and then we're gonna take out a separate bowl and get our wet ingredients together. So in a separate bowl, we're gonna add 4 whole eggs, as well as a cup of pure pumpkin, and don't mistake this for pumpkin pie mix. They are not the same thing, guys. So with that being said, we're also gonna add a teaspoon of vanilla extract along with a 1/2 cup or a stick of melted or softened butter. Now at this point, we're gonna take our hand mixer out and beat all of those ingredients together until they're smooth and pumpkiny and all combined. Now we're gonna take our dry ingredients back out, add those to the bowl, and whisk those together with the wet ingredients until everything's combined. And then once everything starts to thicken up in the bowl and a batter starts to form, that's when we're gonna add our chocolate chips to the mix. So for today's recipe, I'm gonna be going with my favorite chocolate chips, which are these Lily's sugar-free chocolate chips. Every serving only has 2 net carbs and they taste so good, guys. And we're gonna be adding a 1/4 cup of these for our muffin recipe today. So once we've added those to the bowl, we're just gonna fold them in with our spatula. And now at this point, we're gonna take out a 12 slotted muffin tray, line each slot with some paper liners, coat them with baking spray, and then we're gonna start adding the batter equally between every slot. So now that we've got our batter added to each slot of the muffin tray, we're gonna bake the tray at 350 degrees for about 30 minutes. And when the muffins are done baking, we're gonna let them cool completely in the tray itself. And then check this out, once they're cooled, this is what they look like. All right, so that's today's pumpkin spice muffin recipe. By the way, today's recipe, it was sponsored by Isopure protein powder. So if you want to pick up the stuff that I used in the recipe today, this non-flavored whey protein, which by the way, I think this is the best protein that I've ever used in my entire life. What I love about this is that you're not locked into a flavor. So if you add this to a protein shake, you can make it taste like whatever you want, which is amazing. Plus, it just bakes better than any protein powder that I've ever used before. If you want to pick this stuff up, there's a link to grab it in the video description below, along with all the other products that I used today. By the way, the full written out recipe will be down there, along with a workaround if you can't pick up that protein powder, because I know not everybody will be able to get the protein powder. There's a workaround for that in the video description below. The macros and the metric measurements are also down there. I hope you guys enjoy these muffins, and I will see you in the next recipe.
I just took a video of you. You're wearing very tight pants. Look at your pants.
So, you have the super protein shake, you made shake taste with like...
Blah.